Hi everyone, welcome to a special edition of Marketing Monday. Marketing Monday is where I give you a quick tip or strategy that can help you improve your marketing and grow your business. So today we're going to talk about being your own media production company. So when I talk to clients, especially when we're talking about content marketing, a lot of times the conversation drifts to, yeah, I'd love to do more video, I'd love to do more pictures, I'd love to do more blogging, but I don't have the time, I don't have the resources, and I definitely don't have the technical know-how. So if you don't have the time, that's something you can figure out, but I promise you, you probably have the resources and enough technical know-how to get this done. And if you don't have it on hand, you can probably learn it, because producing media, producing content does not have to be as difficult and as time consuming as you might think. So right now I'm filming on a Samsung Galaxy S6 and I'm using a selfie stick to help frame the shot. Don't hate me for using a selfie stick. I'm using it purely for instructional purposes only. I don't usually use it in my personal life. Usually when I film, I have a Panasonic HD camera set up on a pretty heavy duty tripod in my studio. I have a green screen, 3 light kits, and a shotgun mic attached to the camera for audio. So it's a pretty heavy duty setup, and that's something I've gotten to after 10 years of making media, collecting a lot of equipment and learning a lot of tools and techniques along the way. For you, if you're a small business owner, you don't need that much equipment to get started making media. In general, if you own a smartphone, you have a media production company in your pocket that you can work with. You can get started making great content today. It does not have to be as big of a challenge as you're making it out to be in your head. So right now, with what I'm doing here, we have a nice frame shot, we have good lighting, you're getting content from me that's useful and interesting and engaging for you, and I'm building my brand just by shooting this video. So if you're even a retail company, you could do something like this with your employees, with your products, with your services. This is a great way to start getting more personalized content out there, more content that shows who you are and why you do what you do, versus just advertisements. So you can, some quick little tips can go a long way. So let's talk about some quick tips for video, because there's a lot of great stuff on photography out there, and there's some great stuff on smartphone video as well. I want to give you a nice hit list that you can get started today making content. So first of all, set up your smartphone on a tripod or a selfie stick. So I'm just using the selfie stick now because it's most convenient for me. It's a little shaky, but I'm keeping my elbow in nice and tight to my body to make it a little bit more stable. If I go way out here, it starts to get a little shaky, gets a little bit insecure, and that's going to affect the video footage. You see how it's getting kind of shaky there as I bring it back. This is going to be a pretty decent video. It's not going to be Scorsese quality, but it's going to be enough that my audience can forgive me because they can tell it's on a phone and they can get right to the content and focus on the content instead. I have a pretty plain background behind me. It's just a curtain. Usually when I first started out and I didn't have a lot of equipment, I used a bookshelf because I'm a writer. Have books behind me look pretty nice. But this was a good spot in my living room that I could start filming here. So find something that's pretty simple but also not ugly, like a brick wall, like a cinder block wall is probably not a good choice, but something that more represents your business. If that works, you can make that represent your business. So let's talk about lighting. So right now I have the natural light coming from my left here. This gives a nice tone on my face, which gives me a little bit of shadow, but not so much that my features are lost. If I rotate here and put the light behind me, it gets really dark really fast. It washes me out as the lens focuses on the light coming in that's backlighting me. So try not to backlight. Natural light's awesome. You can get a lot done with natural lighting. Make sure it's coming in at an angle versus directly behind you. And you also don't want light directly over top of you. If you're in a darker area, some unnatural light, some artificial light can get it done. So this is just my just a lamp that's on my ceiling here. My ceiling fan is kind of lighting me here. It's a little bit better. It's a little orangey for my taste, but it might be something I had to use under if I was shooting at night, for example. But I'm coming at it at an angle, so it's actually up and above the camera versus up and above my head. If I come in here, I start getting directly under. See how I start getting those heavy shadows under my eyes? I start losing my features here, and I get this weird halo effect going as well. I'm a good guy, but I'm not that good of a guy to get an angelic effect coming in here. So natural light can go a long way. Try to shoot somewhere quiet if you can. Try to shoot somewhere without a lot of ambient noise. Shooting outside is always going to be tough, even if you have a lot of great equipment. Try to use a good angle and frame your shot. Right now, I'm just about eye level, if not a little bit above. Going really low, I start getting my double chin. I start getting bad shadows. It starts to feel a little natural. It feels a little too MySpace documentary for me. Too high is going to be okay if I have something behind me I want to show off. Like if I have a great team working behind me, this is a great tool. But this starts to look a little too stilted, a little too fake for most practical purposes. Most instructional kind of content, most educational kind of content, eye level is a nice safe bet. If you want to get fancy, you can start trying to do a 3/4 frame, do a 2/3 frame. That might be nice. On a selfie stick, it's going to be a little trickier to pull off. So those are some quick tips to help you become your own media company now. Just please start making content. Your fans want to see it. Your fans will appreciate it. Start taking photos, start taking videos. They don't have to be long. Nice and short tends to be better for social media anyways. Just start showing us who's behind the business. That'll go such a far way. It'll go such a long way to helping build those relationships. So thanks for tuning into this episode of Marketing Monday. I will see you guys next week.